Ladies and gentlemen, it's on. President Trump says it is on. I like that. I like that kind of party. So, you're going to, by the way, thank you so very much for tuning in to my super chat. You give me every incentive to rock these amazing live streams. Thank you so much for your support of my voice in this channel. So, you want to play ball, huh? You want to play ball and say that, you can just email the State of the Union. That's what she said. Pelosi said, just go ahead and email the State of the Union. We don't need to have a State of the Union. Russia helped you anyway. So, we don't need a State of the Union address. Just go ahead and, tweet it out for all I care. You're not invited. We're uninviting you. You're no longer invited. We didn't like the last present you gave us. You're no longer invited. So Trump says, "Oh, you want to play that game?" Trump, yeah, baby, yeah. Grounded. Trump cancels Pelosi's international travel over government shutdown. So you want to play that game? Let's play the game. President Donald Trump postponed Speaker Nancy Pelosi's planned international travel over the partial government shutdown on Thursday. What was even better, though, just as good, is that charter bus full. They can't even go on their field trips anymore. This is horrible. Charter bus full of Democratic congressmen forced to turn around after Trump cancels trip. Yeah. Yes. Yes. I love it. 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 Grounded. Trump cancels Pelosi's international travel order. Travel over government shutdown. President Donald Trump postponed Speaker Nancy Pelosi's planned international travel over the partial government shutdown on Thursday. Trump sent a letter to Pelosi informing her that she would not be allowed to use military aircraft to travel to Brussels, Egypt, and Afghanistan for a public relations event during the shutdown. That's interesting. The president added that Pelosi would be allowed to fly commercial. I don't know if Southwest goes to Kabul. Gabbers. President Trump equals ultimate troll. Yes, I love it. We're back. We're going to hit 1,000 this live stream. I love it. Gabbers, thank you. I don't know if Delta goes to certain places around the world. I just don't know. Thank you, Jody. Thank you, everyone. Gabbers, thank you so very much. So there you go. You want to play the game. Make sure you're ready to play the game. If you want to be petulant, then Trump will retaliate. Just make sure that you want to go ahead and act foolish. Make sure that you are then ready for the consequences. She can fly commercial. So call Delta, call Southwest, and see if they can fly to wherever you want to go in the world. Due to the shutdown, I'm sorry to inform you that your trip to Brussels, Egypt, and Afghanistan has been postponed. We will reschedule this 7-day excursion when the shutdown is over, Trump wrote. In light of the 800,000 great American workers not receiving pay, I am sure you will agree that postponing this public relations event is totally appropriate. I love it. I love it. I love it. I also feel that during this period, it would be better if you were in Washington negotiating with me and joining the strong border security movement to end the shutdown. Yes, he continued. Obviously, if you like to make your journey by flying commercial, that would certainly be your prerogative. Yes, Matthew Rosenfeld. Yes. How amazing is that? So you want to play ball? You want to play ball? You want to go ahead and you're not invited. You're not invited anymore. You're not invited to the State of the Union. You can go ahead and, for all I care, post it on Facebook or send an email. Well, okay, you're not using government aircraft You're not using security. You're not using the military. You're not using, Pelosi was scheduled to leave for the trip Thursday afternoon, and staffers from Minority Whip said they saw packed travel bags outside the speaker's office. Like, what did she think was going to happen? Like, this is Trump you're dealing with. What are you? This is why I'm telling you eventually there's going to be Clinton getting indicted, because there's so much criminal activity. Like, here he can act, he doesn't have to go through like the DOJ. He's like, nah, we're canceling your trip. Sorry. Fox News reported that security officials on Capitol Hill got an emergency call from the Pentagon canceling Pelosi's trip. Officials are apparently still unsure if she will be able to make the trip. If she flies Delta, let's see if Southwest goes to the places she wants. The partial government shutdown has now entered its fourth week as Democrats and Republicans have not been able. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's so amazing. You can't out-troll the Teflon Don. Exactly. I love it. And this is what the government has devolved into because of Democrats, not because of Trump. People think that Trump is a bully because he goes after people. That's not really, like, he was framed by the full weight and power and influence and prestige and force of the United States government. The United States government under President Obama illegally investigated Trump based on suspicion. If suspicion is the standard, the Clinton should have been in San Quentin. So should Bill. Bill and Hillary would have been already indicted numerous times if suspicion was the only basis for an investigation. Suspicion is not the basis for an investigation. There has to be a crime. There has to be a crime committed. You can't simply say, well, we were suspicious of his contacts. Meanwhile, Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama and everyone in President Obama's administration presided over a uranium sale to Putin. Bill Clinton met with Vladimir Putin, but they're worried about Manafort giving polling data. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Awake Canadian. Pelosi made Trump's State of the Union that much more interesting. Dems are Trump's best publicity. Hello, Trump rules. Exactly. Awake Canadian. Gabbers, thank you so very much. You cannot do that to the President of the United States of America knowing. Dodd, hello. You cannot do that knowing that he holds the cards. Now, President Obama's administration covered up massive criminal activity by Hillary Clinton. She transferred top secret intelligence outside of the United States government. And she transferred special access program intelligence. How do you transfer that from JWICS? Who knows? We don't know. JWICS is the Joint Worldwide Intelligence Communication System. How do you transfer that? Nobody has ever done that before. Nobody has ever been able to do that, ladies and gentlemen. Joint Worldwide Intelligence Communication System is a top secret SCI network run by the United States Defense Intelligence Agency and used across the Department of Defense, State Department, Department of Homeland Security, and Department of Justice. How do you do that? She found a way, and James Comey didn't care. Peter Strzok didn't care. Andrew McCabe didn't care. Sally Yates, Susan Rice, John O'Brien, James Clapper, none of them cared. And so you have a situation where real criminals got away with everything. They absolutely fabricated Trump Russia. Now they're focused on Manafort giving polling data as collusion. Manafort gave polling data to a person with zero links to Russian intelligence. But here's the logic, ladies and gentlemen. Focus now, all 800 people. We're back, baby. This channel's back, baby. Well, we never left, but we're back. And we're gonna get to 1,000 live streams like we used to do. Plus, we're back. Now, here's the focus. Now, everyone pay attention to this logic. This is Democratic Party, liberal Twitter logic. President Obama did not know what his own CIA, FBI chiefs, DNI, ODNI, Director of National Intelligence knew about the Steele dossier, did not know what a top-ranking FBI official knew about the Steele dossier, did not know about Andrew McCabe getting money from the Clintons, did not know that Anthony Weiner had classified data, did not know that his own Secretary of State had a private server, did not know that they were setting up Trump from the FBI to all of them, all the intelligence agencies, did not know any of this. Obama had no knowledge of his own administration. But Manafort gave polling data to some person. Manafort gave polling data. That means Putin got the polling data. What? Where? How did the logic get a horse now? All right, Jew. Thank you. How does that? Thank you, Wild Iris. Thank you. How does that work? Manafort gave polling data. Obama did not know. He did not lie about his own Secretary of State that he used. He used a pseudonym to email. But Manafort gave polling data, which means that Putin and Trump had a romantic relationship. How do you make that connection? How do they make that connection between Trump and Russia and Manafort giving polling data, which, by the way, is completely irrelevant? A guy named Konstantin Kalimnik. Are you kidding me? And this is the collusion. This is the big problem. This is the so think of the logic. I need you to think of the logic because I was trying to wrap my head around this. President Obama did not know that Peter Strzok, Lisa Page, Andrew McCabe, James Comey, John Brennan, James Clapper, Harry Reid knew about it, John McCain, all knew about the Steele dossier before the FISA application, all knew that there was no evidence of Trump Russia, all knew that the Steele dossier was purchased by Hillary Clinton. Obama did not know what was going on with the most powerful people within his own administration. He did not know. But Manafort gave polling data to a Russian-Ukrainian man who was the direct link to Putin, who then, we are moderate to highly confident, hacked the DNC. And we only know this not because the U.S. government looked at the DNC servers, but because CrowdStrike said so. And CrowdStrike was purchased by Hillary Clinton. But Obama had nothing to do with anything that was going on within his administration with the most powerful, most influential, most important people within his administration. Obama didn't know. Clinton didn't know the Steele dossier, even though she purchased it. Clinton didn't know what she was doing with a private server, even though she transferred deliberately with Brian Pagliano and others top secret intelligence. She didn't intend to do it. But Manafort gave polling data, which I don't even know what it means, but that's something happened, and it was collusion. The logic and the suspicion, the breakdown of logic. The breakdown of logic, ladies and gentlemen. This is why you need to tell your friends about this channel. This is why you need to watch this channel throughout 2019. They are doubling down on failed logic, flawed, ridiculous logic. If you believe that Vladimir Putin, if you believe that Paul Manafort giving data on polls, but it was internal data, whatever, on polls, okay, which You're talking about eventually public record information or public record information. Whether it's internal polling or it doesn't matter. It's not classified. It's not like Bill Clinton actually meeting, according to Newsweek, with Vladimir Putin, which is worse. Bill Clinton met with, let's look at the difference in stories here, ladies and gentlemen. This is really important. You need to Newsweek. Bill Clinton met with Putin. Russian uranium investigation. Bill Clinton met Putin after asking to meet top nuclear officials, email show. This is from Greg Price, Newsweek, October 20th, 2017. When planning a trip to Moscow for a speaking engagement in June 2010, former President Bill Clinton reportedly tried to meet with an official who was part of a Russian state-run company seeking approval to purchase a uranium company with holdings in the United States. Instead, Clinton ended up meeting Vladimir Putin. But Manafort gave polling data to Konstantin Kilimnik, an alleged Russian intelligence operative who helped run Manafort's operation in Kiev. What evidence do you have that this man was working under Putin's guidance to hack the DNC to inform the country that Bernie Sanders was cheated, which Bernie Sanders is okay with because he's pumping the same myth that says that he was a part of this grandiose plan to hurt poor Hillary, as she outspent Trump 2-1. How absurd is this? Kilimnik knows exactly. Sold 20% of U.S. uranium capacity while there's a bribery and racketeering scandal and yellow cake uranium shipped out of the country. Not a problem. Manafort gave polling data. Oh my God. You mean Kim Jong-un can use polling data to, oh no, that's right. Oh, actually yellow cake uranium shipped out. Oh, okay, that's what the Democrats did. Gotcha. Salome. Hello. Bonsoir. Bonjour. What time is it in France? This is so absurd. Then you get CNN. Rudy Giuliani said that somebody colluded. You see, we were right the whole time. No, you're not right. Giuliani's a lawyer, and he's like, look, I know that Trump didn't collude. Does he know 100% if someone did? See, what they're doing is they're changing the definition of colluding. They're saying, oh, collusion is giving polling data. That's not collusion. Collusion is Russian uranium investigation. Bill Clinton met Putin after asking to meet top nuclear industry officials. Emails show. Newsweek. Share this segment, by the way. It's very important. A month prior to the trip, Clinton, whose wife Hillary Clinton was Secretary of State at the time, asked the State Department if it had any concerns about a list of 15 people he had intended to meet in Russia. Among them was Arkady Dvorkovich, an aide to Russian president at the time, Dmitry Medvedev, and a board director of Rosatom. Bill Clinton wanted to meet a board director of Rosatom who eventually owned 20% of U.S. uranium capacity. Putin owned 20% of U.S. uranium capacity through Russian state-owned Rosatom, the state-run atomic energy agency that was vying for a majority stake in Canadian company Uranium One. The company had mines in the United States, and if the deal went through, Russia would gain control of 20% of U.S.'s uranium. Oh, but it's less than that. Who cares? If it's 0.0001% of U.S. uranium, it's more than any polling data. It's more than hacking the DNC, which never happened. It's more than anything. They have created millions, and this is why President Trump should have nipped this in the bud, ended this a long time ago by declassifying, stop this, because hopefully the next 2 years he'll flip the script. William Barr has already stated he's going to investigate Peter Strzok. William Barr has already stated he's going to investigate the origins of the Mueller probe. If you check my segment within the description section, we know already from John Solomon. That's why I say John Solomon, his reporting, you can trust his reporting. You don't have to give your life and soul and heart and everything, but you can trust his reporting. He is great. Stated that, and then Sarah Carter also, ladies and gentlemen, they knew that Hillary Clinton, before they got the FISA warrant, Andrew McCabe, Loretta Lynch, James Comey, all of them knew. Oh, but Obama didn't know. But Manafort gave polling data, which means that to some guy, which means that Putin knew everything. But Obama didn't know what was in his own administration. Obama didn't know. But Putin knew about some guy getting polling data. You see the mentality? We found out just yesterday, a huge development. Before the FISA application, Bruce Orr informed everyone that the Steele dossier was linked to Hillary Clinton. Bruce Orr informed everyone the Steele dossier was linked to Hillary Clinton, that she outsourced the Steele dossier, that Democrats outsourced, the Steele dossier, and then Democrats outsourced CrowdStrike. The Russian hacking myth was paid for by Hillary Clinton through CrowdStrike, the Steele dossier, and a fabricated meeting, a setup of George Papadopoulos. Then they went ahead, and if you look at The Guardian, the Washington Post, all they care about is blood in the water. They don't care about actual, look at all the people indicted. Could you imagine how many people would be indicted if there was a special counsel on Clinton? How about Brian Pagliano, Cheryl Mills, all of them, deleting 30,000 emails without government oversight? You don't, even if someone at the State Department said, yeah, you can go ahead and do it, they don't have the authority. They've committed so many crimes. That's why Hillary Clinton had a personal server, a private server outside the United States government to begin with, because the pay-to-play schemes are obvious. That's why the people at Vox, the people at the Washington Post, the people at the New York Times, actually who wrote about cash flow to Clinton Foundation, why are they giving money to the foundation? Why did 85 donors give $156 million? Why? To gain access and to gain favors. Well, there's no evidence of that. Yeah, there is. The beneficial treatment took place. Well, you don't know that. Well, but Manafort gave polling data. Who cares? Who cares? He didn't commit a crime by giving polling data. Even if he did or he didn't, who cares? This isn't 20% of the United States uranium capacity, which is worse. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a very, very important segment. And you should share this segment. And to anyone who is brainwashed, what's worse? 20% of U.S. uranium capacity? I don't care if Clinton had no knowledge or if Obama had no knowledge and the Clinton Foundation money had nothing to do with it. What's worse? Mary, thank you. What's worse? Coming in with a Russian reset, on a hot mic telling Dmitry Medvedev that, oh, I'll have an easier time. What did Obama say to, and Bill Clinton meeting with Putin? Bill Clinton did visit Putin at his home. But Clinton did visit Putin at his home. This is right here. What is worse? Here's the article from Newsweek. You have Bill Clinton meeting Vladimir Putin at his home outside Moscow. Can you tell me what's worse? Can you tell me what's worse? Where was the investigation regarding Bill Clinton meeting Putin at his home? Where are the transcripts for that? Why would you trust Bill Clinton but not President Trump? Why would you trust Bill Clinton, who hasn't been president since 2000 or 1999, 2000, to have a meeting 10 years later in October of 2010 at Vladimir Putin's home? So you have Bill Clinton, Vladimir Putin's home, and then has a $500,000 speaking engagement to a Kremlin bank. But Manafort gave polling data. Oh my God. Trump Jr. met with a Russian lawyer. Oh my God. Which is worse? Do you think the Steele dossier said that Putin was frightened of and hated Hillary? Do you think he hated Hillary if he met with Bill Clinton? Bubba Bill, I'm just going to meet Vladimir Putin. Hi, Vlad. Finally, I got away from the missus. I missed you so much, Vladdy. Such a great time here in Moscow. I could do all these things I always wanted to do. Like get different types of enjoyable showers, different types of fluids. If you know what I'm saying. Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge. Why do you, how the Steele dossier is probably a day in the life of Bill Clinton? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Thank you, Fatini. Thank you. I just want to tell you, Vladdy, I'm so happy I can be with you without the missus around. You don't mind if we get 20% of, or we give you 20% of U.S. uranium capacity, as long as I get hooked up. It's unbelievable. Which is worse? Which is worse? I feel your pain, Vladdy. Bill Clinton was paid $500,000. Thanks for the dinero. $500,000 for the speech. I love the carpeting you have in your house, Vladdy. Is that shag carpeting? Speaking of. And concerns raised about the money donated to the Clinton Foundation by a mining financier who sold off his shares after his company merged with Uranium One. It's unbelievable. Which is worse, Bill Clinton meeting with Putin or Manafort giving the bot? The bot. Article 2, Section 3, POTUS shall from time give Congress information, State of the Union. If it doesn't state format or location, he should go. Yes. Yes. Excellent. I swear to God, that is one of the best suggestions. I swear to God, he should deliver to board and Angel. Absolutely. The bot 2007. This is, if not the most powerful message on this channel in 2019. Absolutely. 100%. There's so many ways. The bot 2007. Thank you, by the way. There's so many ways to flip the script. Thank you. That's a perfect. Exactly. So now they're going, now Mueller has nothing to do because he completely has nowhere to go. So he's going, see, Mueller has not given one shred of evidence. Meanwhile, Bill Clinton met with Vladimir Putin and a uranium deal went through and you had money to the Clinton Foundation. But You had not one shred of evidence. Mueller dropped an intriguing hint about where the Russia probe is headed in a new court filing. Well, where is it held? Oh, Konstantin Kilimnik. Oh, my God. So what exactly? Oh, they talked about the Russian hack. They say the recent hack of the Democratic National. Kilimnik said they did not discuss the campaign, but talked about current news and unpaid bills. Okay, so what? So what? Does this mean that Russia hacked the DNC? No. Does this mean anything? No. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. It does not mean anything. You know what does mean something? Millions going into the Clinton Foundation, and then suddenly Hillary Clinton opposing the Magnitsky Act. That's what means something. Swivel hips. Your impressions are Arsenal's money. Here's have some. Thank you, Swivel hips. Thank you so very much. I just want to tell you how much I appreciate that. You know, the Bill Clinton can go into Mitch McConnell. Mitch McConnell. I just can't tell you how I'm so happy that Pelosi is not going to Brussels. If I can't get a paid vacation, if I can't get at least one coach ticket to the World Series, well, I don't see how she can go ahead to Brussels. Thank you, Barbara. Swivel hips. Thank you so very much. Great name. Great name. The Bot 2007, very powerful. Swivel hips. Thank you. Do Bernie. If you say a derogatory word about Deborah Wasserman Schultz, you'll have me to contend with. Trump thinks he's all that and a bag of chips. Canceling Speaker Pelosi's trip to Brussels? How on earth is she supposed to fly Southwest? I mean, honestly, first off, Vladimir Putin hacked the Democratic National Committee, a wonderful organization, a wonderful, amazing organization that helped me tremendously when I was running. Very good people, especially Deborah Wasserman, who, just to let you know, we have a relationship that is more than friends. We've been more than friends, really part-time lovers. She and me are part-time lovers. You know that song. You know that song. That's our song. What was really horrible was that there were Facebook ads that made me look, if I do say so myself, fantastic with my shirt, my shirt off. And the Russians wanted people to vote for me. And that evil, horrific Jill Stein. I just wish the Green Party would go away and never come back. And go away to... I wish Space Force would take the Green Party into a capsule and launch all the Greens out into space. This way, the Putin wouldn't have the opportunity to harm poor Hillary Clinton, a wonderful person. I love the Democrats. Thank you so much, Deborah, for how you treated me and my voters. And they wanted to give you $200 million. Thank you. Joseph Arbuckle, Bernie, when I marched, I walked my car in the yard. Joseph Arbuckle, thank you so very much. Make the check out to the Democratic National Committee. And my new address for Bernie 2020, if you want to give money to this campaign, this revolution, Just write a check to the Democratic National Committee. And I can promise you that Medicare for all will happen when the Messiah comes. So, all comes back again, whichever your opinion. Anyway, Sandra Lee, that's my Bernie. I guess it goes into a Boston accent, I guess. That's my Bernie. What can I do? What can I tell you? I was traumatized by what happened to Bernie and what happened to Bernie. What happened to Bernie beforehand? We're going to fight the 1%. Oh, I was cheated by the 1%. Let me get in bed with the 1%. Oh, the Russians. Trump worked with Russia to help the DNC. And look at what happened. They tried everything possible to undermine Bernie. Oh, this happened during your campaign. Oh, this or that. Da, da, da. It's done. It's done. It's done. It is what it is. It's done. Jeff, thank you. Love and light, Christ light, peace and love, peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. If you send any more letters, I will not give you any autographs. Don't send any more letters. Don't send any more letters asking for autographs. Peace and love, 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 peace and love. That's how Ringo Starr. Anyway, there's people who hate my impressions, and they're hilarious. Like, for the love of God, please don't give your stupid impressions anymore. Thank you, Patty. Thank you. Thank you. So this is also a charter bus. Even their field trips, like, we're going to go to the museum. No, you're not. Trump's like, you're not going to the museum. You're not going to go to the museum, a Democratic congressman. Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi and a select group of congressional Democrats were boarded on a military charter bus bound for Andrew Air Force to catch a military charter. Oh, that's right. That was okay. They were going to the airport. How does the Air Force have a bus? That's interesting. It's just a bus that says U.S. Air Force on it. Could you imagine, like, they have their little snacks and they're playing around? We're going to Europe. Yay. I love you, Nancy. We did it. We fooled everyone into thinking that there'll be Medicare for all, but instead we're going to go to Europe. Yay. Peace and love. Peace and love. What? What do you mean we're not going to Europe? Trump. No. How dare you? Press 1 if you just find what Trump did so amazing. Thank you, Tommy Wood. Press 1 if you find what Trump did so wonderful. Horace! Stopped him for haircut today, officially dubbing it the HA. Yeah, baby. Here, a little inspiring for something. Yes. Yes, you got the HA. How good is that? Press 1. Yes. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Horace, you like that? Isn't it easy to maintain? But you got to get a good, I mean, even though it doesn't seem like, you got to get a good hairstylist to get that, even. Ladies and gentlemen, since we have 1,000 people, it's contactgoodman78@gmail.com. Contactgoodman78@gmail.com. If you want to be part of my newsletter or, find out things, you can reach me at contactgoodman78@gmail.com. And just out of curiosity, how many people got the newsletter, email? Press 2 if you ended up getting the newsletter email when I sent it out about an hour ago. Press 2. Horace, thank you again. Press 2 if you did actually get that email. Okay, good. All right, good. So if you want to be part of a newsletter, email me at contactgoodman78@gmail.com. And definitely, ladies and gentlemen, check out my Second Amendment channel, and you got to get this somehow going viral. My 6-inch grouping on the target with a, here it is. It's with a Springfield XD 45 ACP. It's the best grouping yet or ever. Share this, please. There it is, Springfield XD. Share that, please. I'm trying to build my Second Amendment channel, ladies and gentlemen. And a great instructor and former Navy SEAL, Chris Sinog, has a wonderful channel. And I actually just listened to him regarding the best way to grip a pistol, which I have horrible, bad habits when gripping pistols, and I just watched that segment from Chris Sinog, and it helped so much. And I got the best grouping. If you go to, I believe, if you go to 1519 at the on this segment. Thank you, Roosevelt Media. 1519 on the segment. You'll see the grouping. Ever in my life. 20 feet away, not bad. Anyway, so you have they're going. I mean, it's just like when Dave Chappelle is like cold-blooded. It's cold-blooded. It's just cold-blooded, like what he did. This is far worse than. Could you imagine, here you are, you think you're so powerful. You're like, we're going to Brussels to speak to the EU. We're so powerful with the Democratic Party. Air Force, United States government, please fly us first class with all the wonderful, whatever, security arrangements from the Air Force, whatever. No, not happening. Trump's like, you can go commercial. Go fly Southwest. What's the problem? Wrong. You can see, what he should have done? He should have just been he should have gotten on the plane. What Trump should have done is gotten on the bus. He should have gone. He's like, wrong. You're not leaving. Wrong, and wrong, and wronger. More wrong than ever. More wrong than ever. You're not leaving. It's the government shutdown. You're not leaving. I do a horrible Trump, but cold as ice. Was cold-blooded. The name of my channel is HA Second Amendment. Here it is. And it's just so great. I mean, now now it's like, do you really want to play that game? Do Democrats really want to play that game? The Democrats really, honestly, do they really want to play that game? Because if they want to play that game, he can play. Here it is, Springfield Armory. And I'm building my channel. I'm going to the range today, ladies and gentlemen. I go to the range every other day. And I'm serious about building that channel. I have a whole bunch of segments, but about over 30 or 40. But I took a 5-month hiatus, and my YouTube representative, who I'm actually having a meeting with today, said, HA, build that channel up. So I'm going to. Excellent, Donna. Excellent. So yeah, I mean, it's just, and I have a new camera angle too. I put the firearm right next to the camera, so you get a beautiful view. So, but yeah, I mean, look, President Trump is basically saying, if you want to play the game, let's do it, because I can go ahead and he can do that. He can do that. By the way, I will be writing an article against these red flag gun confiscations, like this pre-crime nonsense. You could do that with any, like, you could do that with antidepressants too. You could do that with anything in society. You could do that with alcohol also. Have just call up, say, well, this person shouldn't be given a prescription. I'm 100% against red flag gun confiscations. And somebody in my Second Amendment channel said, HA, make a video on that. I'll do better than that. I'll actually pitch an article. But that's a whole other topic. Horace, thank you. So, yeah, I mean, the interesting thing is also that we know from switching gears a little bit, they knew about the Steele dossier being outsourced by Hillary Clinton before they got the FISA warrant and before Trump was even elected president. This was a setup from the beginning. This was a setup from the beginning. And it's a setup from the beginning. So, you know, it's a setup from the beginning, but also it proves that James Comey and the Democrats were lying under oath, or Peter Strzok, all of them. They knew there was nothing there. You cannot, this is the problem. You cannot, I repeat, you cannot investigate and start a special counsel based on convenience, or no, suspicion, sorry. You can't use a private server for convenience, but you can't start a special counsel. You can't start a special counsel, okay, based on suspicion. The special counsel was based on James Comey's notes, ladies and gentlemen. You cannot do that. That is not allowed. You cannot do that. Trump cancels Pelosi's 7-day excursion. Yeah. Beto O'Rourke, can it still be managed? But can we still be managed by same principles that were set 230 plus years ago? The Constitution has been working, aside from certain parts that were amended. Fine, that had to be amended. Fine. So you have our testimony shocks lawmakers. Top DOJ officials reveals top DOJ officials briefed about FISA, briefed about Steele before FISA. They already knew. This is Sarah Carter. 3 top senior Justice Department officials, two who are senior prosecutors, and Robert Mueller's special counsel. The Mueller probe has 2 people who already knew. And those 2 people should be hauled off to Congress. Special counsel met with Bruce Orr in the summer of 2016. This meeting happened well before the FBI sought a FISA warrant on a Trump campaign official. Even before they went after Carter Page, they knew the Steele dossier was purchased by Hillary Clinton. Orr informed the trio of DOJ officials about his close contact with former British spy Christopher Steele, whose dossier was part of evidence used to investigate. You cannot have opposition research used as evidence. That would be like a bank robber saying, well, look, here are the actual, my defense attorney will give you the actual fingerprints. Here are the actual fingerprints, ladies and gentlemen. Just use these fingerprints that we're going to give you. Use the fingerprints we're going to give you. No, not the police department. No, the fingerprints we give you. Further, Orr warned the dossier was not vetted. Well, of course it's not vetted. It was made up. The FBI, however, used the bulk of evidence from the dossier to obtain a secret warrant. He needs to quickly. Oh, you know what? Maybe he was waiting to declassify when he got a new attorney general. Because obviously, there was so much information with Sessions that, should have been addressed, which wasn't. Orr's testimony also had stunning revelations about Andrew Weissman, who was then head of the DOJ's criminal fraud section and now deputy special counsel for Robert Mueller, who was also briefed by Orr on his meeting. Trump could fire Mueller right off the bat because of this. Those briefings took place during the summer of 2016. The testimony, which has not been made. Okay, so under intense questioning from Trey Gowdy, Orr named the officials he spoke to. I spoke with some people in the criminal division, other career officials who dealt with these matters. Any names? Yes. One of them was Bruce Swartz, who was counsel of international affairs. Another person who was working at the time, working on a similar criminal division, was Zainab Ahmad, a third person. He is now on Mueller's team. Orr's testimony is contrary to statements made by House Democrats last year. In an unclassified memo from Adam Schiff, he notes that Orr's contact with the FBI began weeks after the election and a month after the court approved the initial FISA, which is not true. The FISA not only should never have been approved, the FISA was an extension of President Obama trying to undermine Trump. This ends a peaceful transition of power we've had since Washington. This is a actually grandiose deal, but, They knew about everything, ladies and gentlemen. They knew about everything. Peter Strzok knew about everything. Wicked. And Servant eBay, thank you. Been following you since 2015. Hell of a ride. Never seen you back down or kneel to SG. Yep. Thank you. I love it. Should keep it up in Canada. Support you. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. And I never will. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Wicked Irvin eBay. Thank you. So, yeah, I mean, today is a day where there's some life. We need life back. We have a lot to be happy about, but people have to, you can't listen to fantasies. You can't listen to message boards. You can't do that. That's not, the internet's been around a lot longer than a baby boomer suddenly going on and saying, I believe this. You got to understand, there are people who manipulate through the internet. But journalism from John Solomon, journalism from Sarah Carter, from advocacy from Tom Fitton, journalism from Paul Sperry, all these people. Then you have the usual suspects talking about Giuliani. Oh, a disaster for Trump. How is it a disaster? So what? He's talking. There was no collusion between anyone and Trump and between Trump's campaign and the Russians to influence the election. Hillary Clinton outspent Trump 2-1. Not one person in swing states were influenced. And of course, TYT is continuing that. I have 1,000 subs, and I'm like a fraction. I mean, 1,000 people on my live stream now. They have 13,000. I have 1,000, and that's the power of this channel, because I am telling you the truth. It is not the truth that Russia did not hack the Russia did not hack the DNC. There's no evidence of that. And we have no evidence to suggest that, because, oh, guess what? CrowdStrike is the only company to look at DNC servers, and CrowdStrike was outsourced by Hillary Clinton. And Giuliani rightfully stated he knows 100% that Trump did not collude with Russia, but as from a legal perspective, he's like, well, I don't know what Manafort did, but there's no evidence that Manafort colluded. There's no evidence that Manafort colluded. And like I said, what's worse, if giving polling data to some person who perhaps is a Russian citizen of Ukrainian descent, if that's collusion, what is meeting with Vladimir Putin at his home? What is Bill Clinton meeting with Putin at his home? What about purchasing a dossier compiled with Russian intelligence sources? You have the Democratic Party, the same people who claim that they are Bernie Sanders supporters, who are pumping a myth, a myth, an absolute myth. Thank you, Butterfly 1965. Thank you. It's just unbelievable what people will believe when their favorite politician loses. If Bernie lost, if I was still on the left, or if Trump loses, he won't next election. I'm not going to say that, oh, well, you know what? I mean, unless he was cheated, and there's evidence. There's evidence that Bernie was cheated. There's zero evidence that Clinton was cheated because of Russia. Zero evidence. Absolutely zero evidence. Absolutely zero. Absolutely zero evidence. A lot of evidence, that enough evidence to get Debbie Wasserman Schultz to resign from the DNC that Bernie was cheated. It's just, it's unbelievable that people believe anything because MSNBC will tell them, or their favorite pundits will tell them. It's unbelievable. The polls, exactly. Tracy, the polls show Clinton. They had polls say 538 gave Clinton an 80% chance. An 80% chance. 80%, 80%. Oh my God. Oh my God. Cheeser S, thank you. I salute you as well. Thank you. Thank you, Cheeser S. Thank you. A great many weak minds, Matthew, exactly. A great many people who just want to believe, simply to believe. Simply because it makes themselves feel better. President Trump is waiting for Barr to be confirmed, and then he's eventually going to do what he needs to flip the script and actually show who were the criminals, who actually colluded. Bill Clinton meeting with Vladimir Putin at his home is collusion based on the logic, which actually it was collusion. So that actually did, like, there was a transaction that took place with everything overtly, it was so overt in terms of the quid pro quo. And with the media manipulation, they lost, and they're, oh, you can't prove anything. You can't prove anything. You can't prove that money had any influence. You can't prove that Bill Clinton meeting with. You can't prove that Clinton meeting with Putin. You can't prove that Tony Podesta lobbying on behalf of uranium. You can't prove anything, but you can prove Manafort gave polling data. Oh my God, DEFCON 1. Who cares? Who cares? But that's enough. That's enough for Democrats. Give me your thoughts. Oh, that's an upload. Hit subscribe. That's an upload too. To my super chat, thank you so very much. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Share this segment because there's a lot in this segment. Share this segment. I agree with you. I like him. He is intelligent. I agree with you. There's a lot in this segment, a lot that completely undermines and refutes the nonsense. Norman Smith, thank you. Thank you, Norman. Greatly appreciated. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, God bless. To my super chat, thank you so very much. If you want to support my voice long term, it's in the Patreon link below in the comments section. Hit subscribe to my Second Amendment channel. My latest is like one of the best groupings, the best grouping I've ever had. Thank you so much, everyone. Check out my uploads coming up. Thank you.